The persecution of Megan by the House of Spoofs. More and more ingenious.
Very funny. Who put the Ark of the Covenant in here?
It is said that when Megan came home, she said, their principal is a little weird. Make it mandatory for every student to write about him being handsome, and then get the parents to sign up for supervision. Louis doesn't understand. Why did the principal make the students do this? Megan guesses that she may be in a bad mood recently. The principal is a little overwhelmed by the divorce proceedings. It was still on the radio this morning, arguing with his wife. The next morning, the school bully and his team found Megan. Megan thought they were bullying her, but the school bully said there is no schedule today. Megan's hanging heart was relieved.
Very funny. Who put the Ark of the Covenant in here?
It turns out, people who want to bully you won't find any reason, as long as they want. Principal Shepard. At this time, he appeared sloppily in the classroom corridor. There's no leadership like there was before. Megan came up to him with concern and asked him what was going on. The principal said sadly, when his wife was having an affair with someone else, accidentally got through to him. He listened for 2 hours. Maiden doesn't understand why he doesn't hang up.
Because I missed the sound of her voice. Oh my God.
That night, the school board held an emergency meeting because Principal Shepard had a nervous breakdown, so give him indefinite paid leave. Generally speaking, the vice principal should succeed the principal, but unfortunately, he was found hanging in his car this morning. Therefore, the school board decided, find a parent volunteer to serve as the interim principal until a suitable principal is found. Pete listens. I immediately wanted to experience what it was like to be a principal, but Megan was adamantly opposed. It's enough to have a fool father at home. Don't let him come to school to be ashamed. Louis also said, Peter may not be fit to be a principal. After all, he can't even manage himself. But Pete is also a man who wants face. The more he says he can't, the more you have to prove yourself.
Again, any volunteers?
I'll be your new principal.
Pete being headmaster makes Megan feel like the sky is falling, but Pete thinks he can be the principal. Feel very happy. He also designed a special one for this. Special events to meet students. The main thing is an affinity. Fill up that morning. Pete holds a rescue ceremony in the stadium in order to demonstrate their affinity. I even set up an ice bucket challenge on purpose. In fact, there was no big mess when Pete was the principal, just an occasional prank, and Megan's situation is not very good at this time. The school bully spilled grape juice all over Megan. Pete comes over, asks him aggressively what he's doing, but the bully didn't take Pete seriously at all. Remember Pete grabbing the bully's clothes, threatened to punch his teeth in his stomach, then it's punched out of the chrysanthemum. Subsequently, he even asked the school bully to lick the grape juice clean quickly. The school bully hesitated. I thought Pete was joking, but Pete wasn't kidding at all. He knocked down the bully, and then under his watch, Megan felt ashamed of her father's behavior, but my girlfriends think it's great. That bastard deserved it, and Pete is now the principal of the school. Then he is no longer afraid of others bullying him. At this moment, under the awe of Pete, the school bullies left the cafeteria in dismay. Megan suddenly thought that this was actually a good thing. Subsequently, it expresses the worship of his father wine boss Chi. Pete thought he was going a little too far just now. Thank Megan feels. This is what a school principal should do. Pete is the real principal until now. The principal's job is to lead the school, make them law-abiding, especially like the school bully group. It requires even more rigorous management. Let Megan say so. It's like letting Pete go completely. Anything he doesn't like, just go up and have a few words. And, Megan, they want revenge on those who bully them. He even made a list of thorns for Pete, and the most outrageous thing is, someone doesn't want to kiss Megan's best friend. They labeled him a bad boy.
Well, I don't see how that's got anything to do with it.
And he called you fat.
Oh, I'm gonna squish.
Megan told Pete not to listen to anyone's nonsense. Pete said viciously, make sure they get a taste of what it's like to be sanctioned. After several days of hard work, most of the people who bullied Megan have been dealt with. Louis comes home at this time, doubtfully asked what they are up to. Megan was too scared to let her mother know about it. Lied about helping Pete organize tomorrow's schedule. After all, Peter as a principal, there's so much to manage. Need an assistant to help sort out the integration. Louis is a little skeptical, but it still sounds normal, mainly because he is not very at ease with Pete. The next afternoon, Pete lectured the students with a rope in hand, so he had Bandel come forward. Take off your pants and sit in a chair. And the bandits were stunned. Why didn't you tell the angry one? You know it. But Bandel didn't understand anything. But under Pete's power, he could only walk down the stands obediently.
What is going on here?
Pete calmly expressed that he was dealing with no. The obedient student chairperson said, received a very serious complaint. Therefore, Peter was relieved of his position as principal. Instead, let Sheep principal be reinstated. The diets are stupid. Didn't he have a nervous breakdown because of the divorce lawsuit? Shepard said calmly. He went on a trip to Thailand. After playing for a few days, it completely healed his emotional damage. Megan is also confused. His backer is gone. Who the hell reported it?
I did. Hi, Mrs. Griffin. Hi. Hi, Patty.
Megan looked at her mother Louis in confusion. Seriously, I know what you and your father did. Let's go home and talk about it. Peter expressed regret. Louis had the right idea. He is not fit to run a school. But Megan looked at her father with admiration. He defended all the bullied students. More importantly, it protected him.
Wow, so you think I did a good job being principal?
No.
You did a good job being my dad.
Okay, that's it for today. If you have anything to say, you can pay attention. Message interaction. Love you guys.
Come on, Meg. Let's go home. And next time I want to get back at your bullies, I'll do it the old-fashioned way.